Hello, friends, and welcome. You are watching episode number 31, our final episode of our Watford Skellington Railroad Transport Fever Let's Play. My name is Sean, and I'm glad you're joining me as I play today. When we left off, it was 2012, and we were looking at, I know what I was doing at the end of the last episode. I was looking at this area over here and getting so mad that no, it wasn't this area over here. What's going on at this area over? Oh, this is the log station. Wow, this is one area that's actually working properly. Nope, I was looking way over here and being so mad that those trains were not going in and out of the stations correctly. Here, the trains are going in and out, nice and smooth, picking up tons of steel and planks, and everything's coming up tools over at this station. So that's not what we were doing at all. Look at all the stuff that's piling up here. How can I end this game with all these goodies going everywhere? I don't know. You'd think I'd want to continue playing indefinitely, but I'll be honest, I'm having trouble thinking of ways to keep this interesting for you viewers. I mean, I can't just continue. As much fun as it is for me, it's kind of fun. It's challenging, that's for sure. Seems like it's already getting kind of repetitive with me just going through and kind of fixing up the existing infrastructure and trying to make things run smoother. Boy, I don't know why the game even has that cost thing floating up everywhere. That is the weirdest feature. But things are running pretty smooth now. Like we were looking at the end of the last episode, we were looking over here and wondering what was going on with those food trains. And now the food trains are just jumping in there and loading up. Look at all this traffic that we don't have anymore. This used to be just a huge snarl of traffic, and Skellington used to be a disaster trying to get in and out of the town. And now it's just an amazing, it's so clean and free flowing. We look up here, that Craven Arms sawmill just will not shut up about, oh, you know what? That's what that problem is. I could have solved that all along. It's like nobody's using this truck depot. Well, how about I just destroy, why won't it let me destroy that truck depot? There we go. I could have gotten rid of that, the whole time. I don't know why I didn't realize that that's what that issue was. I am, I'm just gonna let that go. Now, why is the production so low down here? Oh my gosh, game. You're so mean to me. But we've got decent plastic production here, I mean the goods and stuff. At least it bumped it up to 800 instead of only 400 where it was sitting for a long time. Look at this thing dropping off an entire full train of stuff. And I thought, oh yeah, it just goes directly to the place here, and so it's just filled up. Although it didn't seem to. I mean, when it drops it off, it does drop it off to the factory, right? I don't know. Who knows? Halifax is looking good. All that traffic flowing through there pretty smooth. Looks like a little bit of clumping up traffic in there, but it's not too bad. Lots of passengers waiting. Wow, that Halifax Howden. That's just a super short line. I don't know how there can be so many passengers waiting. I can't really get the trains through any faster. Even, you know what I mean? Like even one more train on this line would mostly just be waiting for the other trains to load up. I guess maybe I could get trains through a little faster by having one of those trains that are just like a specific commuter train that would load. You know what I mean? Like transferring these over to that. You know what? I want to see how fast it gets going too, because I doubt it gets up to anything close to 100 miles an hour. Probably only gets to like 80 anyways. Hey, look at that. Pretty close to only like 80. So you know what? Let's switch this around and let's see what happens, because there's no need in having those 127 mile an hour trains in there. So it might be better to have like this one that goes 81 miles an hour, has a 12 times loading speed, 78 and 11 times, 12 times. Yeah, this one, we don't want that one. I don't need to go 186 miles an hour. So you know what? Let's try Let's try that one out. And what does it carry? 99 passengers? Can we double it? Those are going to be huge. They're really long. Let's find out. How new are these trains? Yeah, they're definitely due for an upgrade. Beautiful. So we'll get them both upgraded. Let's see what happens. First off, let's see how long they are, because those are going to be very long trains. But they still fit in the station. Look at how fast they load. And it could be that they end up going even faster than the other ones. No, it could be that, but that's not not what's happening. Although 80, yeah, they do seem to go about the same speed as the other ones, come to think of it. Now, why are you still giving me hassles? That station is gone. Like, are you trying to hook up with that one now? Give me a break. All right. Hey, even in the final episode, I managed to make some sort of improvement. There's never too much to be done. Let's look through all of our lines here. I mean, we're not going to go through and click on each line, but let's just look at the lines in general from this window. How is there a new vehicle? Huh. Well, I guess I upgraded all my trains too soon. Or not all my trains, but those trains. Upgraded those trains too soon. What's this new one like? 124 miles an hour. Wow. Even more power and traction effort. Holds more passengers and a 16 times loading speed? Come on. That's really unfair. I just upgraded that other line. I could go through and set all my passenger lines to upgrade, but I'm not going to because the episode's almost over. So I don't really expect the trucks to make a lot of money, but you know, some of them are making decent money. $34 million for that line. That's not bad. 32 for that one. Passenger line, yeah, you know. Passengers are not necessarily for money making, they're more for helping the city grow so I can make more money. But, you know, Bewdley Craven is doing all right. I know I just said I wasn't going to do this, but let's do it anyways. Set vehicle, and we'll set you to this fancy dual shock. And what does that carry? 122? I think that's fine, where we don't need to worry about that. Okay. Look at these truck lines are doing really well. These are delivery lines that deliver to the city, so they're doing well. Wow. This is just the one that runs food from the drop off to the factory and back. Look at it, both of those are making millions of dollars. So I'm happy to see that. These delivery lines not doing so good. Burton, I guess, is getting too much stuff. But this passenger line's making good money. Charlie Fuel is only making $5 million. I wonder why that is. Because it's only running half full? Do we just have too many vehicles on that line? Are we oversupplying the delivery? That's not possible. Yeah, Halifax is only getting 65%. Are we not delivering it to a wide enough, well, there's no figuring out this game. I mean, you know, I can figure out how to do pretty good at it, obviously. We've done all right. But, you know, I can't figure out how to do it perfectly. And I shouldn't worry so much about trying to have it be perfect. Oh. Well, of course you're going to reach a top speed of 180 miles an hour. You're a fancy train. I didn't realize you could go 186 miles an hour. Well, that's cool. I thought your top speed was 122. 124, yeah. What? Didn't it say 180 miles an hour in that little update there? Like, you guys can rewind and check and see. I can't. Maybe not. Maybe it said 120 miles an hour. Bewdley Craven is not the town I would expect to be doing so great. That's like down here, right? No, that's Halifax. Never mind. Yeah, you're at top speed. Oh, you hit 125 for a second there. Delta Food, look at that thing, $32 million. That's this line down here. Very, very profitable line right there. And we could be delivering more. Foxtrot. Now, why is that one? This must be a fairly new train. So this one's got to have all the other trains like lining up behind it, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't seem to. Okay, well that's good. Another good profitable truck line. Oh, that steel line. Yeah, well that runs pretty full. And then of course the log line is doing really well now. It was kind of hit and miss for a while there. How far back will the finances take me? Yeah. Oh, that's because I changed it, I think. I don't know. Costs have gone down considerably. What? That's weird. Are these new trains cheaper than the trains we were using before? They must be. Halifax Howden's doing alright. That's the new one that we just upgraded. Look at that. Tool delivery, yeah. Guess that kind of makes sense. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. You must not be delivering much. Is it gonna tell me what's inside any of these? They're probably all running empty. Am I gonna open one that has anything in it? Apparently not. Boy, this one's not doing very well either. That is this line up here. Well, if every single line had to make a profit, then I wouldn't really be able to run very many lines, to be honest. This one's doing pretty good for being a weird short line or delivery that's only running partially full most of the way. Kilo Fuel's doing real well. I can't even remember which one that is. Oh, that's the new, quote-unquote, new fuel line that we put in over here. Yeah, that's doing great. Good. Couple local deliveries and that one. Skellington Tools, the one that I did not expect to make any money, it's actually doing fairly well now that we've got it actually carrying wheat and all that stuff. It must be the one that's using up, like all the tools must be going into Skellington now. Skellington Transfer is making money somehow, which I didn't expect. And Watford, barely making money on those. Even the Wattford transfer line is making money. Wow, cool. All right. Look at all those passengers in Howden. They're ready to get out of town. And Bentham has grown a lot. Do we have passenger service? See, we could put in another passenger line over here. I think that's supposed to be a commercial. And that's our industrial drop-off. Another second industrial drop-off. Oh, I see. The light colored ones are the more expensive, more valuable areas. Which ones are, oh, look at that, $5 billion. Cool. That's not really what I wanted to see, but we can see it. What I wanted to see is this. Well, I don't care about our small town. So Bewdley is still our #1 town for some weird reason. A lot of passengers. Wow, look at all the passengers living right next to the train station. Jeez, we definitely could use more buses in this town, I think. That's a passenger line. There's our industrial drop-off area. Commercial drop-off there. Don't have any bus service over here. We could definitely could drop one in here, I think, and it would do all right. Yeah, like the whole center area is not covered. Wonder how I would do that. I guess set up a new line and maybe have it drop off over here. I see a lot of people that go through and they just like rip their towns up and basically replant the entire town. But that's not, like, I don't like doing that. This Craven Arms is doing pretty good too. It's up to 2,000. Weird spot for the passenger train. But, you know, delivering over to the industrial area for some reason. It's weird that I guess this covers the whole industrial area too. I was going to say it's weird that that passenger stop is a better industrial stop than this industrial stop. Poor Pennington here hasn't really gotten all the goods and stuff that all it's gotten is food. Still growing pretty well for a town that's only getting food and passengers in. This industrial area is doing really well. Is this where we're dropping off industrial goods? So that must be serving as industrial and... Oh, we aren't dropping off industrial goods. That's what it is. We're only dropping off commercial stuff because we're only bringing in food. And of course, oh, this is Burton Latimer. Huh. So they've definitely spread their commercial or their residential area out here, because I remember that used to be way outside of town. It's interesting that they've spread that around to accommodate, or you know what I mean, to like match up where the passengers are being dropped off and picked up. And then Skellington, of course. It's hard to remember what Skellington looked like when we first started. I feel like this was sort of on the edge of town. Like, you know, way like maybe the edge of town was over here or something. I don't know. I mean, you would think that the original bus stop would be kind of underneath where the name is, right? This whole area definitely seems like an expansion that came later on in the game. This was pretty far out of town, if I remember properly. I feel like I laid this whole street out to, yeah. Doesn't seem like I would have done that, though. Part of me wants to play around in the config files and change it to where you can change it to where they won't build weird intersections like this, where they'll only build intersections with like 90-degree angles and stuff. I wonder why they wait so long at these intersections. It's really weird that they'll send, looked like they were having basically two going at a time. Yeah, like that. They do that because they need to let the truck in front of them go so far before they can send another one out. I mean, it's pacing them out all right, I suppose. I could probably just build a bridge like that, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. How far up can we get? Yeah, once you get up here, though, you can't really see all the stuff that's going on. Oh, we can see almost all of our cities. Can't see Bentham down there. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a way that we're going to be able to get all those in there. You can't, whoops, I also can't do, what is going on? I also can't do like F11 or whatever the hotkey would be here to just hide the UI entirely. Still a pretty neat network that we set up. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy. So we got those super fast trains in there, and now even more people are, I guess they're lining up for the other towns now. Well, it's been a good time, everybody. I hope you've had fun watching this series and playing along with me. Oh, look at that. We've caught up to modern times. I hope you will join us for our next series. I don't know when it'll be that we do another Transport Fever. I'm sure I'll do another one before too long. But I'm going to start up a new RimWorld series, and that's basically going to take the slot that this one has been in. So I hope you will, check out some of the other stuff that I do. RimWorld, of course, is kind of my signature game. I'm pretty good at that. My Factorio series is really getting rolling, so that could definitely use some additional viewers. It's not getting the kind of numbers I might like, but I'm really having fun playing that, so I don't care. I don't care if anybody watches it. I'm still having a good time on it. And just continue to support my channel. I really appreciate all you guys watching. I appreciate everything, all the great comments, all of the great views, and all the support that you guys have given me. Really means a lot. This is definitely my social outlet. Like, this is how I socialize with people, and I really enjoy it. Makes me feel good. And I'm glad that I've made all my new friends through these various games, and I hope you'll continue watching. Thanks everybody. Once again, I really appreciate it, and I hope you will watch some more. I guess that's it. Goodbye.